Yo, yo, yo. What it do? What it do? What's up, everybody? Uh, uh, What's happening, folks? How's everybody doing today? Once again, we are back on another episode. Truth be told, truth be told. What does that mean? That means the truth hurts sometimes. Not a lot of us want to take in the truth. A lot of us are resilient to the truth. And when the truth hits, guess what? The truth don't care if you like it or not. The truth is the truth. Okay? And what does the truth do? Basically, like when truth is given to us, what happens? Like inside of us, what happens? Like in our mind, in our heart, in our spirit, our soul, all the above. What happens when we receive the truth? What happens? You it's been said that the truth does what? It sets you, starts with an F word, free. Free. The truth will set you free. That means if you are bound by any false narratives inside, if you um, are trying to pretend to be somebody that you're not, or if you are being held down and bound by the ideas of what people throw at you, like if people tell you that you're nothing in life, things like that, you're like listening to their false false narratives. These are all called lies. Okay, and what the truth does is the truth sets you free from all that. All right, the truth shall set you free, guys. Some people don't like the truth. Some people don't. But people that follow me, my folks, we like the truth. And people who actually want to grow like the truth as well. That's what the truth does. Truth is all about growth, okay? It's all about us growing. You know, I can't speak for all of us. I can never speak for all of us. I can only speak for those that want to actually learn and grow. You know what I'm trying to say? So for those who actually want to grow, those are the ones who will appreciate truth. Those are the ones who like truth. You know what I'm trying to say? Those who don't like truth, they like to remain in darkness. You know what I'm trying to say? They like to remain in darkness. They like to fight, um, the light, the narrative of positivity, anything positive. They're like anti-positive. You'll find people who don't like the truth are more so negative Nancy's. Like every day they wake up and they're just angry at themselves and angry at the world and angry at the next person. Those are the people we don't really want to be nor be around. Okay, so like I said, 2026, we're gonna make this a good year. All right, as crazy as things are getting around us, we're gonna try to make with the best of what we got. All right, but how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. If you just joined your boy, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, because your boy got more content on the way. All right, more content on the way. I got some songs that I'm working on. I'm about to drop real soon for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy them. And immediately after that, I'm working on my on an album. I'm working on an album right after that. So I'm trying to stay busy. I'm trying to get this, get things rolling. And we running, we running. All right. So let's get into it, guys. Actually, I want to keep this one short as possible. I always say that, and 9 times out of 10, it never really turns out to be short because your boy got a lot to say. All right, your boy got a lot to say on certain topics. I mean, every topic really. That's just what it is. I feel like nearly everything needs to be more dissected. You gotta really kind of take your time on things. You can't just rush into things, or else it's lacking understanding. And to me, I don't like that. I like to just try to bring my best foot forward for you guys and let you guys dissect and understand way better. I don't want you guys to be lost. You know what I'm trying to say? Those who follow me, I got you. I want to kind of help put you guys on game so that way you guys are a little bit more ahead of the crowd. All right. So, what are we talking about today? Today's episode, guys, I want to. It's gonna be actually a really fun one. It's gonna be a fun one. A fun one. And I say fun because last week is identical to this week. Okay. Last week was touching on what I think a high value man is. What is a high value man? That was last week's episode and video. Okay. This week episode and video is identical, but now we're going to be speaking on the woman's side. What I think a high value woman is. What is a high value woman? Right? This is going to be interesting. This is going to be kind of fun. This is going to be fun. This is what I think a high value woman is. All right, guys. So if you're coming in, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, as I got more content for you on the way. Appreciate the hearts. Love you guys too. I'm shooting my hearts at you. All right. But yeah, like I said, guys, today's going to be about what I think a high value woman is. Okay, so if you haven't caught my previous video on what I think a high value man is, I already released that one last week. I already have it posted. What I try to do also for you guys is I try to chop them up in segments, because I know the videos can be kind of long. So I know not a lot of people have a lot of time to sit there and actually watch the entire thing. So what I try to also do is I try to go out of my way, furthermore, and break the videos down more by, putting them into like smallest possible shorts. And I post them as well for you guys to kind of like see all throughout the video the breakdowns that I have. Okay. So either way, I try to look out. I try to look out for you. Your boy try to look out for you. So, you know how it is. So, anywho, without further ado, bars. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, you guys. Let's get it. Oh, and then before I get started, I want to also give a shout out to the women out here who are strong women. Hey, Lisa, how are you? How you doing, Lisa? Yeah, I want to give a little shout out to these strong women out here who are doing it by themselves. Maybe I'll even go as far as saying a lot of the. Thank you, thank you. I'll go as far as saying some of the single ladies, single women out here who are, because I know times are rough. Both to provide for yourselves, and not only that, but also to fend for yourselves, because we live in a world where there's a lot of like wolves, and by wolves I mean like guys who are wolves. A lot of men feed off of women's kindness. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, there are women that do it too. Now, there are women who feed off of good men. All right, but I'm just going off of my observance, what I see happening the most, that I feel for, that I want to bring to the forefront. How there are a lot of men who take advantage of a woman, a good woman. Okay, a good woman. Women, a lot of women, you have like big hearts. A lot of women have big hearts, and because of that, that is what allows them to be, in a sense, blinded when they are being deceived. Because when you have such a big heart, it basically makes you want to do more for this person, a lot more and a lot for this person, whether this person is good for you or not. And that's why you see in relationships, people women tend to stay in relationships longer than they really should and need to, because they really want things to work out. They really do. They want things to work out. They bring their best foot forward. Their heart is so big. So what they'll do is they'll sit there constantly fighting themselves, on decisions that they should be making way sooner. But because of the fact that their heart is so big, that they want to just kind of like fight and make things work out. You know what I'm trying to say? And that's why I honor women who have great big hearts. I just want to give you guys a shout out, especially for a lot of my single mothers out here. who are, like I said, providing, holding it down for yourselves. I got to give you guys a personal shout out. You guys are doing it big. Proud of you guys. Keep hanging in there. God's got plans for you. He sees you. He knows it's tough, but he's got you. All right. I just want to leave that there. I just want to give you guys a special shout out. Um, Much love, you guys. All right. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep strong. Keep going. God got you. So, without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. So this episode is going to be about what I think a high value woman is. This is going to be fun. What is a high value woman, guys? This is a good one, especially in today's society where you got. I'm sorry, I almost made a joke. I ain't want to be mean or nothing. I was gonna say, especially when you got like a lot of these chicken heads running around, claiming to be high value women, but I ain't finna do them like that, man. What I'm saying, like, you know, it's levels to it. It's levels to it. But when you think you're a high value woman versus actually being a high value woman, these are two different things. All right. And by when I say think, the category of women that I'm talking about, I mean, we all know what I'm talking about. The type that you kind of don't bring a lot to the table, but you think so highly of yourself. That's one of the points that I have today that I want to bring up. But women like that who you don't bring a lot to the table, but you just automatically put yourself in a high position. Y'all gotta chill out. All right, I'm gonna say that right now because a lot of it, from a lot of videos that I've been seeing a lot of like little videos of like women who in today's time are going through it because it's hard. It is hard to find a person for all of us. It's hard to find a spouse, hard to find a person. But I will say this: when you come at it with that mentality as a woman, you're making it way harder for yourself. When you're coming out of it out of a perspective of, oh, I'm high value, I'm this and that, I'm the ish. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Like when you come at it from that perspective, ain't nobody gonna want that. That's why I want to bring it to the forefront and tell you so I can help save you from further destruction. All right. Like I said, the truth shall set you free. Say it with me. The truth shall set you free. The truth shall set you free. I don't care if people don't like it. The truth hurts, but it's what helps. All right, it helps us grow. All right. So let's get into it. I'm gonna title this one "What I Think a High Value Woman Is." Let's get into it. Now, what is a high value woman, guys? What is a high value? And I mean, you know me. I want to get straight to the point. I'm gonna tell you what I think and what it is, right? Now, a real high value woman. I want to go down. I got a few points. Let's go down. Let's go down the list here. Hey, Lise. All right. So once again, if you guys just join in, hit that like button, hit that follow button. I got some more content on the way soon. All right. Got some more stuff for you coming soon. All right. Point number one. What do I think a high value woman is? What I think a lot of women in this world need to work on internally is I'm going to say it and don't get hurt. Entitlement. Entitlement. That's a big one. A lot of women feel entitled. You feel like can't nobody tell you nothing. You feel like the next person owe you something. You feel like somebody owe you something. When we all gotta put our best foot forward. We gotta work. You gotta deserve, earn. There's not just handouts. You can't just sit around and expect for things to happen for you to fall in your lap. A lot of women who are like beautiful women, who are pretty women, they tend to fall in this category a lot. They feel entitled. As a high value woman, you cannot. I'm being real with you. Name ain't truth for nothing. I'm gonna speak it real. I don't care how much it cuts, how much it hurts. On this channel, you're gonna get 100% truth. Make it put an extra zero behind that 100. Make it 1,000. You can get the 1,000% truth on this channel. As a high value woman, you cannot be entitled. You can't sit around and just because you're feeding off of your prettiness, you're sitting around and expecting for someone to just do for you. That's not what a high value woman does or is. That's kind of like a low value woman, to be honest with you. But in today's society, it kind of paint a picture to make women feel like and think, oh, I'm entitled. Men should just do this for me, and I'm just gonna sit back and look pretty, and make you think you're high value because of that. That's quite the opposite. It's kind of like annoying almost. It's greed. It's just like a mixture of greed and annoying, because you're greedy for what's not yours, and then it's also once again annoying. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm not the culture. I'm not gonna come paint you a picture that's not true. I'm gonna give you the truth and let you run with it. A high value woman does not sit around and just have her hand out. That's not what a high value woman does. All right. All right. Let's move forward. Smash that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe button. We're talking about what a high value woman is. All right. What's a high value woman? All right. So, point number 2 on what I think a high value woman is. Once again, guys, hit that like button, hit that follow button, guys. What I think a high value woman is. What I think a lot of women need to work on and on the inside as well to be called a high value woman is we need to cut off the independent chat. The independent chat and act. You know what I'm talking about? That Beyonce song, all my single ladies, put your hands up. And she's not even single. You see how she tricked y'all? The person who made the song tricked y'all. Why is it that Beyonce herself, the one who made that song, she can't be single? I bet she wouldn't want to be single either. See, y'all should be mad. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If I was you guys, if I was y'all females, bro, I would be mad because y'all sitting there listening to her, Beyonce with that single ladies song, all my single ladies, and she not even single. I would be highly concerned and I would be mad to her if I were you guys. I'd be like, wait, you told us to be this, but you can't even be that yourself. That's what I would say and think. If I was, that's what I don't know if y'all really sit and think like that, but I don't know. Maybe because us guys were more logical, so we think a little bit more on the logical side versus emotional. That's logic to me, like, because she's not even single. I would be like, all right, Beyonce. I would send her like letters or emails and be like, Beyonce, I want you to be single. If I was y'all, I would do something like that. Be like, Beyonce, I want you to be single, and I don't know whether you tell her to be single for a time frame, maybe a year, 2 years, and see if she can even do it. She probably can't even do it, and it's crazy because the narrative culture has tricked you guys so much to be single. And you know what happens when you're single only, thinking you're all this and that. You know how they say, in order to conquer, you divide. To divide and conquer, that's what happens. You're divided right now. You're by yourself. You're weaker by yourself. That's what that means. But you don't see it as that though. You don't see it because you're blind to that. You see it as, oh, I'm independent, I'm strong, when it's really the other way around. When you have someone who actually pours into you the way they should be, you're way stronger on many different levels. Many different. But when you're by yourself, talking about single lady, you're not strong. You're weak. You're weaker in a lot of different areas, but you don't see it. So once again, point number 2, guys, on what I think a high value woman is you need to cut off the independent chat. That independent talk. Oh, I'm independent. I'm independent. I'm independent. I'm independent. Cut it off. That is not what a high value woman does. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't care how much it hurt. Those who like hearing the truth, you're gonna like it. You're gonna take it. You're gonna grow with it. But those who don't, it's gonna offend you a little bit. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not here to BS you. If you're watching this, I want you to grow. We finna grow. All right. All right. That was point number 2. Point number 3 on what a high value woman is. What I think a high value woman is, guys. Point number 3. This is a good one. Don't listen to the advice of toxic women. I can't stress that one enough. High value women, do not listen to the advice of toxic women at all. The moment you catch a wind that what they're saying is toxic, you dismiss any other words to enter into your dome, your membrane. I hope you caught that. High value women, absolutely do not listen to toxic women and their advice. The moment you catch that it's toxic, the moment you feel like it's advice that is going to put you in more of a hole, you dismiss it. And by dismissing it, I'm not trying to say be mean, be rude, but what I mean is basically you check out. You check out from further listening and taking any kind of information, and don't take any more information. And even if they're talking, let them talk. Let them talk, but no longer let the words. Don't be sitting there like, yeah. Well, actually, you could sit there like, yeah, but not actually take it in the words. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, don't let the words actually affect you and change you and become you. I call it fake listening at that point. At that point, you can fake listen. If someone's being toxic, trying to give you advice, and they're toxic and you know it's toxic, don't be sitting there like, going along with it. But instead, sit there and be like this. Yeah, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that part. And the whole time you're not actually listening because you know it's bull. All right. Once again, high value women, do not take advice and don't listen to toxic women, because that's a big one that I see happening, that I wanted to point out specifically because I see it. I see it out. Like, people who are toxic try to give advice. I'm like, who? I'm sitting here listening to the advice, like, who would actually sit here and listen to this or actually do what the person is saying? And I'm just sitting here thinking like, man, I mean, well, if they have enough views, they can definitely influence enough people. Somebody's gonna fall for it. No matter how ridiculous whatever they're saying sounds, someone's gonna fall for it. And we don't want, we ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. So once again, if you're a high value woman, you're going to dismiss any negative talks. Dismiss the negative talking. All right, let's move on to the next point that I have here. Point number 4 on what I think a high value woman is. What is a high value woman? Number 4. A high value woman humbles herself. Number 4, a high value woman humbles herself. Notice I said humble herself. That means she don't need nobody else to do it for her. A high value woman has enough common sense and consciousness to just understand the room that she's in, understand the area that she's in, the space that she's in. She knows how to move. A high value woman does not need someone else to humble herself when she's already going to do it herself. She's highly intellectual. And once again, she humbles herself, which is a really huge thing that should be done for all of us, really, not just women, but men as well. High value women humble themselves. They're not prideful. They're not loud. They're not arrogant. They're not boastful. This is what we see right now in the culture in the world today. We see a lot of that happening, right? But these are the things that a high value woman is not. She's reserved. She's more calm and patient in situations. A high value woman humbles herself. She's not loud, she's not arrogant, she's not boastful, but she's more on the calm side. She's calm, she's courteous, she exercises her femininity. She exercises her femininity. I recently put up a post that said feminism and femininity are opposites. And basically I also said after that was, don't let the world trick you. Feminism and femininity are complete opposites. Feminism relies on self-empowerment, what I don't need for a man to do for me. Femininity is the opposite of that. Femininity humbles yourself to understand your role as a human being, not fighting against your role, but understanding what your role is. And the original picture of a woman's role is femininity, which is to support the man, to be more of a support system. That's how you have the relationship work, guys. When the woman is a supporter. But when you have women out here who's running around like chicken heads, who want to just do it by themselves, want to be arrogant, ignorant, feminism is at an all-time high. Saying that they can do it all by themselves. Men will be repelled by that. Men will be repelled by that. They don't like that. Men like to be supported. All right, I'm being like I said, this is the truth channel. Truth be told, I'm gonna tell you the real. I ain't gonna give you no fluff, no chitter chat, none of that. I'm giving you the real. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Men do not like it when women come at the picture with, "Oh, I got my own. I don't really need you, but I want you." Honestly, that phrase alone does kind of bother me a little bit. When you hear what people be like, "Oh, I don't need you, but I want you." That alone does kind of bother me a little bit. From the outside looking in, people would think, "Oh, it's normal. That's how you should look at it." But from the inside looking out, it kind of means like, "Dang, so what's my worth to you?" So that means if something else might come along, will you just throw me away? If something else comes along is good enough, will you throw me away for that? Because we all know that need is a little bit deeper than want. You can want anything, but need goes a little bit deeper. That means it's more of an attachment there. I think need's more powerful for a reason. So when someone says, "Oh, I don't need you, I want you," it kind of like puts a little pause on me, like a pause on my brakes. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't. All right, let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. All right, that's point number 4. Women humbling themselves, right? Let's do point number 5. Point number 5 now, ladies and men that want to know what a real high value woman would look like. Point number 5 on what I think a high value woman looks like or is. What I think a lot of women need to work on internally on the inside in the world is selfishness. Selfishness. To contribute more to giving more than taking. Selfishness is a huge piece to the puzzle that I feel like a high value woman does not partake in. She's not selfish. A high value woman is not selfish. A high value woman does not take more than she's willing to give. She's more of a giver. Once I said that, I'm sure a lot of people were like, they felt like you felt that. I know you felt that. You're like, because I know in today's society has trained women up to do the complete opposite, to be takers, to be one of those women that have their hand out. That's what the culture has trained up a lot of women to be like and to do. Is to be more of a taker than to know what it means to give. We don't have enough women that understands what it is to give. And I'll go as far as saying, I mean, I know in the minds of a lot of women, right? Because you guys, let me just try to break this down a little bit, right? Let me show you and tell you how important giving is to a man, by the way. Because I think a lot of women, they are afraid to give or don't give because, like I said, how society is, right? So let's just say that men cherish and values very greatly. By the way, not just this ain't no little stuff. This ain't little bit. Men see it very rare. It's rare to a man when women give. It's considered rare. I mean, especially, I mean, a few years ago, it's so bad because a few years ago, even 10, 20 years ago, it was still somewhat rare. Like women did give, but then, even back then, it was still rare. In today's time, it's become even more rare. It was rare back then. It's even more rare now. I don't want to know how much rare it's gonna get. A few more years down the line. I hope it gets better, not worse. But I'm just trying to have you guys see something here. I want you to see it from a man's perspective, a man's lens. That when a woman understands what it means to give, I mean, and what I'm talking about as far as giving, it ain't got to be just like you ain't got to wait for the person's birthday. Obviously, that's one thing. Yes, the person's birthday. You give. That's one good thing. But aside from that, I mean, you can do it any given time, randomly. Get the same way a man would randomly get a gift for the woman, randomly get a gift for the man out of the blue, randomly. Watch his whole everything change. I bet if you even did that, the chances of him leaving you for somebody else is going to be slim to none. Reason why I say that is because, and even if he does end up leaving, because there are douchebags out here too. Let me say this: there are douchebags out here. I guarantee you, even the douchebag in the future is going to hit their mind, and they're going to reminisce on that one person that was super nice to them, that was actually genuine, that did certain things for him that no one else would do. That's what I'm trying to have you understand how serious it is to a man, to any man, to a good man or to a douchebag man. They will never forget what a woman does for them. I'm being real with you. I'm putting you on game. EA game. Wait, EA Sports. It's in the game. A man will never forget if a woman does for him. I'm trying to put y'all on game right now. Look at Valentine's Day, right? It's set to gives the woman, right? Notice they don't have one set for the man, by the way. What do you see that they have a Valentine's Day #2 anywhere to give to the man? You don't see that. I mean, if you're gonna do it, at least be fair. You see what I'm trying to say? It's one sided. But once again, that's a whole different topic because that's a narrative that the world wants to paint. We're not gonna get into that. But imagine if there was a day that gave to the man. Which we don't need a specific day to do it, is what I'm trying to tell you as well. We don't actually need a day to do it. You can pick any day to do it. But what I'm trying to have you understand is when you give to a man, when you do for a man without him having to ask you to do it, in the back of his mind, something goes off. It lets him know that you are different. It lets him know that you are rare. It lets him know that you're hard to come across. Even if he manages to leave you, which once you do stuff like that, the chances of him leaving you becomes like way less because he's not going nowhere. But there are certain douchebags, and like I said, even if the douchebag happens to leave you, I bet you even he at some point in the future is going to think back on that one person that did so much for him, because he's going to come across other women who only are takers, take, and they don't give. At some point, he's going to come to his common sense and be like, dang, she was good for me. Dang, she did do this for me. She was this great person. I mean, at that point, it's at that point it's up to you, because it's in a lot of situations like that. That's when people realize what they had, and then that's when you want to try to come back in the picture and try to, like, get back on your good graces and get back with you type stuff. Now, like I said, it's up to you if you want to let that person back in. It all depends. If you're, it depends on how, I don't know. There's a lot on the table that it looks like. It depends on how dirty they did you. It depends on how, if you haven't even outgrown them, because that's a part of it too. Because a lot of people, when people try to come back to you, they now find you in a place where you now have, you're not the same person anymore. So there's a lot of different factors when it comes to that. But ultimately, it'll have to be your decision on if you take that person back or not. But all I'm saying is, it just shows the power. I just want you guys to understand the power of a woman giving versus always being the one to just receive and take, take, take. There's a huge difference, a great power there, in a woman that assists and helps and gives. A man, that's what a man wants. That's one of the biggest things. I'm being 100% real with you. A man might not even tell you this, but me, I'm your boy. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what we think, because I am a man. So I know how a lot of my fellas be thinking. I'm putting y'all on game like EA Sports. All right, all right. So don't be afraid to give randomly. Buy a gift randomly, something meaningful randomly. Um, you know, whatever. It can look like many things, really. It ain't just got to be gift giving. But as long as you do for the man, without him having to ask, he's gonna notice it. All right, all right. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Once again, guys, we're talking about what I think a high value woman is. What is a high value woman? Hit that like button, hit that follow button, guys. I got some more content on the way. Keep you guys in the loop. All right, all right, all right. So, point number 6 on what I have on what a high value woman is. All right, ready for it? A high value woman. She knows her worth, but does not overvalue herself. I don't think he heard me. I don't think he heard me. Let me reverse that. Hold on. Skirt, skirt. Let me repeat that one, all right? Let me repeat this one. A high value woman, point number 6, knows her worth, but does not overvalue herself. What do I mean by that? A high value woman knows her worth, which we all know that's important, that you know your worth, right? It is important to know your worth. But now the second half of that, the second portion of that, is to not overvalue yourself. To don't overvalue yourself. That's something that's also very common, is when women overvalue themselves. What do I mean by that? Be real with yourself. There are a lot of women running around like chicken heads who, let's say, I mean, I don't really like to use the whole number scale thing, right? The whole, if you're a 5, if you're a 10, things like that. I don't really like using it, but I'm going to use it for this example, right? Let's say if you're a 5. Let's say if you're a 5, right? If you're a 5 on the scale, And what I see a lot of women overvaluing themselves, and they would consider themselves a 10. They put themselves on a 10 scale category and expect for men to just do for them. You see what I mean by overvaluing yourself? You got to be real with yourself at the same time. Don't think so highly of yourself to the point where you're unrealistic. Don't be unrealistic. Be real. You'll see videos of like, um, yeah, I don't know. I cannot fathom. Oh man, I cannot fathom the mindsets of a lot of women who do this. Who think so highly of themselves. Um, I would sit there and kind of like wait, and I kind of like it'd be like one of those moments where you just sit there, wait, and be like, all right, I'm waiting for like the cameras to come out. You're waiting for the joke to be over. Like, okay, are you know what I'm trying to say? Like, when's the joke over, kind of thing. And few more seconds go by, and they're still holding on to the idea. Like they really believe what they believe, and I'm like, okay, my dog, Matthew. Hey, I see you, my boy. What they do? What they do? We got All Star in the building. We got the All Star in the building. Yeah, seriously, on a serious note, for sure. Like, I question how a lot of women do stuff like that. Like, you'll be like an average person, right? But yet you'll expect for someone to treat you to like a crazy fancy restaurant. You won't do anything less than that. You won't do anything simple. Like, who are you to be putting yourself on such a high pedestal? Don't put yourself on a high pedestal. Like, don't do that. That's like one of the biggest turnoffs to men, to be real with you. Even so, like and honestly, it's getting to the point where even if it's like really, really pretty girls, it's getting to the point like even the really pretty ones are starting to get annoying. Like even the ones that you would think that yeah, I would do that stuff for. A lot of men are checking out of that. They're checking out. They're not. It's like it's getting to the point you need to bring more than just your looks to the table. Like being pretty is not enough. Like I'm just being real with you. It's getting to the point where even being pretty is not enough. Because what it is a lot of women they see that they're pretty, and what they try to do is they abuse it. They abuse it and they run with it. They take that and then they run with that idea. Oh, I'm pretty. I can get what I want. Like, bro, no. Just no. That's not a way to live. That's not a way to live, bro. I'm sorry. Anybody tell you otherwise? All these negative female gurus online tell you, hey ladies, don't listen to what a man has to say. You are the boss. You are the boss. Don't listen to that, man. That's straight garbage. Like if I had a garbage, I'd just throw a quick bucket in. Like that's garbage, bro. Ooh. Like straight garbage, bro. Don't listen to these negative Nancy's, bro. Matter of fact, I bet you a lot of these women who are giving this advice, I bet you they single themselves. A lot of them be single for real. They don't be having a man themselves, and they're sitting here trying to give you advice too. On top of that, that's gonna put you more in the hole like them. Come on, people. Be careful. Careful who you take advice from. I'm being real. It's not everybody you take advice from. It's not. Anybody can get a little platform. You can put a mic in front of you and start talking. It's not everything that comes out of your mouth is accurate. Like I said, on this channel, I'm gonna keep it real. Women are yeah. Yeah, my dog Matt, man, you funny, bro. Oh my gosh, too funny, bro. Oh my gosh, why you why you had to hit him with the haymaker, man? I mean, I think it really just depends, man. I think it depends. It depends. Um, there are women that are stressful, but there are those that are not. And let me tell you something. Even though it's like a numbers game, right? We go through a lot of the stressful ones first in order to get to the gems. It's like literally walking in a desert. Like you know how to be like trying to find like a treasure chest in the desert. You ever seen like movies like that? You got to go through a decent amount of the desert first before you actually find it. You got to go through the hardships before you find the gold or the treasure. That's how it is for finding a good woman. And what happens is when you find a good woman, man, like life. Let's just say life gets better. I can't say no more than that. Like any kind of stress you might have had before, it goes out the window. It goes, a good woman, man. I won't even go as far as saying a good woman is definitely better than being like rich. I'm being real with you. A good woman on your side is better than being rich. I said what I said, and I know a lot of people won't even agree with that. And I'll tell you why I said what I said. Yes, having all the money in the world is good. It's great. You have the freedom to go wherever you want, do whatever you want. I get that part, right? Reason why I say having a good woman on your side is greater than being rich or having a crap load of money is because it doesn't just satisfy you uh, on the external, but on the internal. Money cannot satisfy you internally like that. To a degree, it can, but all around it can't. For example, why you think a lot of people who are super rich, the wealthy, they if let's say they lose a nice portion of their money, or they maybe even lose it all. What do a lot of them do? They commit. I don't want to say the actual word because we're online right now. That's a good one right there. 19. Dang. I'm happy for you, bro. That's what's up. That's goals right there. Appreciate the love, bro. And that's 19 is a good year. 19 years is powerful. It's beautiful, bro. Happy for you. Extremely happy for you. And basically, a good woman on your side, guys, is like it satis it satisfies you like inside too, right? Let me tell you. Let me show you. It it satisfies you internally. You feel more fulfilled internally. Plus, if you're at an all time low, hard work mate. Yup, exactly, exactly. Like if you're at a low in life, they will help you elevate. They'll stand by your side, humble and loyal, and help you to grow. This is what I'm calling a good woman now. I ain't talking about just any chicken head. I ain't saying any girl be out here saying I'm the baddie, I'm the baddie. Um, what's that rapper name? Red, sexy. I don't want to say sexy because she ain't that. But yeah, red. You know what I'm talking about? I'm a baddie. I'm a baddie. Like all of that. Like, bro, what? Like what? What do you bring to the table, bro? Like, and she the type of woman, and I've seen this too on certain clips, where a lot of women be like, "I am the table." I'm like, what do you mean you're the table? Like, really? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, y'all, if somebody ever come at y'all like that and ask y'all, and say that to y'all, if a woman ever says that, ask her, what is a table? I bet she's probably gonna turn around and be like, I don't know, you the one that said it, you the one that set the table. Like you don't even know what the table is. How you gonna be the table? You don't even know what it is, bro. Like a good woman brings something to the table. Point blank. Period. That's how you know you got a woman who is just sitting there and she's like a taker. When a woman's just sitting there, she's a taker, only a taker. She'll use phrases like "I am the table" and have a serious face when she's saying it. I can imagine a good woman who, she's just playing around. There's a difference between a good woman playing around. She can use that phrase and be like, "I am the table" and joking around. But there are women who are serious and say that. And I'm like, bruh, I can no longer communicate with you. That's what I would be thinking in the back of my mind. Like, I'd be like, bruh, we ain't talking no more, bruh. I see you, Matt, bro. I see you. Yeah, dog. Nah, for real. It's funny. It is funny because women actually think. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't over qualify yourself. Don't think so highly of yourself. Don't put yourself on such a pedestal. Because God humbles both men and women now. Let me say that. God knows how to humble both men and women. If you put yourself on a high pedestal, that ain't it. I'm trying to tell you. God knows how to humble all of us, both men and women. Um, I was I was just thinking about a situation actually. I didn't even want to even bring any examples into this right now, but I might just have to. Um, okay, I'll bump it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. All right, two examples. I'm gonna give you two examples real quick. Two examples of women who were in good positions, but I guess because they made have like maybe thought more highly of themselves, they basically played themselves. They played themselves and they took themselves out of a good position, right? Let me tell you, two right now. I don't know if you guys are keeping up with what's going on in the world, but I'll just say it if you know it. If you know it, you don't. But all right, for example, two known women. You have Tia, Tia Mowry. I can never pronounce her last name sometimes. Tia Mowry from the show. It's just sister. Yeah, yeah. Tia. How she had a good man who was actually a good man. Now let me also say this because there's a lot of confusion on the part where people think just because a man had money, that's not the same as saying the man is a good man. By the way, let me say that. So don't equate the fact that someone is as of high status and you have money. That's a good reason for a person to just stay. All right, let me say that right now, so there's no confusion. We're not talking about finances. It's more than that. A man needs to bring more than just finances to the table. That's not showing your quality as a man. Anybody can have finances. Like, and you know how they say basically money actually shows what's in your heart. Some men who have a lot of money, they be greedy. It shows their greed. But you also know that a lot of men who might have a lot of finances and have a good heart, you'll see them doing more for society, giving back more, doing bigger things. I ain't gonna lie, boy. Let God put me in some high position, high power one day, boy. Your boy coming through. I could tell you some ideas right now that I have, but I don't want to spoil it, and I don't want people running away with the ideas just yet. Nah, I'm gonna save my ideas. I got some good ones too. Can't wait. But if God were to put me in a high position and bless me financially, like with crazy amount of funds, I got some ideas. I do. But going back to what I was saying before is okay. Now, women who have taken themselves out of position, right? You got Tia Mowry. She actually had a good man, from what I know. Cause I try to do a little more research. I'm more of a research kind of person. I do more digging. Like I try to make sure that it wasn't the man who was in the wrong. Because there are situations where if the woman leaves, a lot of the times it's the man's fault. But a lot of us in the world, we don't see that. We only see what's being given to us. When a lot of the times it's deeper than that. There's more behind the picture that we don't see. So with their situation with Tia and her ex, from what I understand is he was a good man. He was actually loving her the way he was supposed to, doing all the things. And I guess one random day, she came to this decision of, hmm, I just want to do my own thing. I don't know who influenced her. I don't know what bad friend got into her head. I don't know what bad friend was jealous and wanted to break a happy home, but it succeeded. She did her own thing. Fast forward, I see he's doing well. He's on Billboard. He's his career's taking off. He's doing well. And then you also have her. She is more so on just TikTok dancing, doing those little dancing videos, which it's sad even talking about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's sad. Just like, bro, man, it's sad. It's sad, bro. And I don't know if she I don't know what's going on in her mind. I know she regrets it. She has to regret it to some degree. I just don't understand why you would want to leave someone that actually did do good that actually did do good by you. Like, why would you actually want to leave someone that did do good by you? I could understand it as if it was someone who was faking to be good in public, but in behind closed doors they were mistreating you and all this and that. That I understand. That I would say run for the hills. But if a person is treating you good behind closed doors and you still want to leave, something's wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. If someone's treating you good and you still want to leave, what you think is out here in these streets? I'm trying to tell you. Some women can be stressful. That you're right about that. Some women, not all, just some. Hold on, let me see. Let me get this back connected real quick. Let me get this connected. Come on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, you guys. Vamos, vamos. Rapido. Wait, what? I got a minor disconnection. Give me 1 second, y'all. Uno momento, por favor. Come on, man. Okay. I think we're getting good. We're getting it. We're getting it. Boom. Got it. Wait. All right, let me do this again. Yeah, it's acting like bad signal connecting and all that, but it's all good. All right. But anyways, is it connecting good? Dang, man. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me just try to. Come on, man. Sorry, guys. Got minor issues here. Okay. I want to hope and say that I can still. Hold on, 1 sec. Let's try this one more time. Why you want to act up now, bro? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take you off. I'm gonna have to finish this off quickly because this thing's acting crazy on me right now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. 1 second. And got it. Haha. Got it. Got him. Okay. All right, we're back on. We're back. We're back. No more issues at this point. No more issues. Okay, we're back. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so yeah, I mentioned Tia situation. I saw the videos. I'm like, man, that's kind of rough because you had a good situation. A man, you had kids with the man too. Like, who got into your head to try to talk you out of being single? Like, they really didn't like you. That's what it means. When you're, and this goes for every woman watching this, by the way. Ladies, if you are in a happy marriage, if you are in a happy home, I mean an actual happy, not fake happy, because there are fake happies out here. I ain't talking about those. I'm talking about the actual happy ones. If you are in an actual happy marriage, don't let nobody trick you out of that. Don't let none of your fake friends out there who want to see you fall, because there are some of them out there, by the way. They just won't tell you that to your face. Appreciate that. Appreciate the love. There are some jealous folks out here. They want to see you miserable just like them. Don't give them that satisfaction. I'm sure someone spoke in Tia's ears to make her become single. And now look what's happening. She's on TikTok doing these weird TikTok dances. And then her ex-husband is his career has been progressing from what I heard. He's been on billboards, he's coming out with his own movie. He's doing his thing. He's coming up. Another person who I can't really touch on this subject as much, only because I don't know the guy's story as well as I don't know both of their stories. I don't know who's the good guy slash bad guy in this story, right? What's her name? So the situation with, I guess, Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. That's the other example I wanted to bring up. Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. Now, between these two, I'm not, like I said, I'm not as pinpointing on who's the good guy, who's the bad guy, because from the details that were given out, I couldn't find any like thing that said like, oh, he was the bad guy, he did this. Like, it wasn't anything specific. And I also didn't hear much of that, just from, because like I like to like try to read in between the lines, and from my own understanding by itself is I don't think he actually did anything bad, because I don't think he actually mistreated her. I just think she had some kind of point where she kind of grew out of it. I think she grew out of it, like, because a lot of women do that, by the way, and it's kind of evil. Like, it's like partly evil and partly messed up. Like, I hate when you already establish yourself with a person, they're there for a while, and then one random day, it can be like a few years later. It's so like crazy. They'll come to an idea one day, waking up, and be like, "Oh, I don't want to be in this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore." Like, what? For real, like, and like I said, it's really scary. It's really actually really scary when women do stuff like that. I consider it evil. That's borderline evil. When women are able to be with you for so long, and then one random day wake up, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to go my own separate way. And obviously, if a woman ever tells you that, there's nothing you can do or say to force her, because generally she's already made up her mind. And one thing I'll tell you about a woman is when she makes up her mind, believe her. When a woman makes up her mind, believe her. Don't try to force her to just comply with you. Don't try to force her to do what you want her to do. Because the moment that she tells you she's not feeling it and you still trying to force it, trying to keep her around, you're only going to dig yourself a bigger hole. When a woman tells you who she is, just believe it. Send her on her way. Say, hey, listen, yes, this might hurt. Hey, Lisa. Nah, it's not. It's not. You're probably on what? Where are you commenting from? Because we have different time zones. It's daytime over here. But yeah, like, and I'm trying to understand a woman's mind. I mean, let me say it like that. We can't, I can't understand, and the mind of a woman, right? Who thinks like that, by the way. Who can be with you for such a period of time and then randomly one day hit you with a, oh, I don't want to be in this anymore. I'm trying to understand their mindset as to why they're like that, but it's hard to. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I feel like it's hard to do that for a woman like that. It's like because okay, hold on, give me one second. Let me respond to her real quick. English? You mean England? If you're in England, okay, yeah, you're definitely in a different time zone than where I'm at. It's 1:55 over here. 1:55. 150. Said what? You're funny. Yeah, 1:55. Um, you gave me military time. I think 1:55 in military time is like 13 something. 13:55 or yeah, something like that. I think it's like 13:55. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so I'm 13:55, you're 18:55. So yeah, two different time zones, definitely. Um, we 5 hours in front. Where you at, Matt? Where you located? Where's that at? To be 5 hours ahead. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yep, definitely. UK, yeah, most def, man. I definitely gotta. I want to visit. I want to visit too. I want to visit sometimes around. Yep. And yes, Lisa. So yeah. Um. And like I said, with women who think like that, who can be with you for such a long time, and then one day randomly just hit you with a, oh, I don't want to be with you anymore. Like, I try to understand where or why they think like that, but I feel like I'm gonna hurt my brain cells if I go too much into thinking, and I don't want to do that. Um, I mean, I get it. There's always something of a person that, let's say, if you spend enough time with them, you might find or run into certain things that you don't like in them long term. You'd be like, oh, I don't like this about them. Like, you run into, you go some time and you run into something that you don't like, and you're gonna see probably a few things you don't like, but I mean, and yes, some things might be more like do or die, like an absolute yes, I can't, I can still stay with them, or I absolutely cannot stay with them anymore. Um, but that's why I think it's better to like understand one another way sooner. It's better to have a better foundation of who the person is way sooner in the game so that you don't have to run into things like this. If you know you're gonna just years down the line just cancel on somebody, know what you're getting yourself into. Oh, good night. Hit follow me, follow me. Thanks for the love and support. Have a good night. Um so yeah, I don't want, like I said, I don't want to hurt any brain cells. Hey, turn up, turn up. I don't want to hurt my brain cells trying to think like how these type of women think. I'm just gonna leave that part alone. All I gotta say is we gotta do better, ladies. We gotta do way better. We gotta do better, all right? There's no being with someone for a long period of time and then to one point you get to a certain point and be like, oh, I don't want to be with them anymore. Like this isn't a video game. This is real life. You can't play with people's emotions in life like that. Two, once again, you're only playing yourself because if someone's treating you good, and yes, if you might find a few flaws, you can still work with that person through it. Because I'll tell you this, it's worse to end it with that person versus going back out here into the fields of people that you don't know what you're getting yourself involved with. I'm telling you, I'm being real with you. It's scary out here. So you're gonna leave someone who had about 80 to 90% of what you wanted, even if there was like a 10% that you didn't like. So you're gonna leave that and you're gonna risk it for going back into the field hoping to find your 100%. No one's gonna have your 100%. Matter of fact, you probably left your 80 to 90% for someone who's probably like a 20% now. Now you just left someone who's a 80 to 90 to a 20, 30%. Now you got someone who's 20% of what you want and have 80% of what you don't want. That stuff's real and it's sad that women make these really bad, sad decisions. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay. Give me 1 second, give me 1 second. Oh, hold on. All right. So, let me see. All right, so let's wrap this up ish. So, anyways, back to what I was saying. It's sad when, yes, you have, you have a happy home and you just leave for no reason. That is when it becomes sad. All right. But if you are not happy, if the person is actually mistreating you, then that's when you don't want to be around there. That's not a good environment to be in. That I can understand. I do not encourage anybody to be in an abusive relationship. And that can be physically abusive, verbally abusive. Your man should not be talking down on you. It's actually really childish. It's worse than childish. It's kind of demonic. It's like an evil, demonic child. That's what I compare it to. You're childish and you're demonic. No man should be down talking their woman. You should want to cherish your woman and protect her. That's the whole point of being a man. The man is supposed to protect the woman. She should want to be safe coming to the man. Same way the man should want to be safe going to the woman. You see how it works? It goes both ways. Both should be safe with going to one another. But if you feel like you got to put on this, your defense up, always being around them, that's not ideal to be in. That's not a happy home. That's actually kind of sad. And I don't encourage anybody to stay in something like that. That's not how God wants you to live. It's not. All right, let's move forward. Let's move forward, guys. 'Cause I can get carried away with this. You already know. You already know. All right, hold on. Let's go. Let's go. That was number. That was number 6. Once again, number 6 on what I feel like a high value woman is a high value woman. She knows her worth, but she does not overvalue herself. Okay, know your worth because that is important. You need to know your worth, but also don't overvalue yourself. Don't put yourself on a high pedestal. Don't be like, "Oh, I'm this high hot thing. You can't tell me nothing. I ain't gonna listen to you. I'm the hot stuff. You not. I bring the table. You don't. I am the table." Like, cut it. Just cut it. Okay? Like the song says, cut it. Cut it. All right. Moving forward, bro. I got 2 more points here. 2 more points, and we're gonna call it a day, guys. All right. I see you, Matt, bro. I see you. Yes, sir. Give my boy. I'm gonna give my boy some VIP passes someday. Watch. I'm trying to tell you. All right. 2 more points, and we're gonna call it, guys. Okay. Okay, number 7. Number 7 to what I think a high value woman is. What is a high value woman, guys? A high value woman she prioritizes what matters. Prioritizing what matters. To be more specific, prioritizing a man's character. Let's speak more relationship based, right, real quick, right? Because this is where I feel like a lot of women fall, and I'm here to lift y'all up because I ain't gonna let y'all go down like that. You might want to make yourself go down like that, but I ain't gonna let you go down like that. All right. A high value woman prioritizes what matters, and to be more specific, you will prioritize a man's character and personality over a man's pockets. I'm gonna repeat that one because I want to make sure it gets drilled in your head. I'm like I said, this ain't truth be told for nothing. This show is where the truth comes out. I'm gonna repeat it. A high value woman prioritizes a man's character and personality over a man's pockets. Nowadays, what do we see? We see the complete opposite of that. We see women prioritizing a man's pockets over a man's personality and character, right? That's not what a high value woman does. I see you got that. Yeah, yeah. Get that viewer badge. Get that viewer badge. I see you. A high value woman prioritizes a man's character and personality, guys, over a man's pockets. But once again, in society, the culture has trained a lot of women up to prioritize a man's pockets over his character and personality. Now, what happens when you hold on? Hey, I see you. Yeah, exactly. Hold on, my bad. Let me see, let me scroll. Yeah. All right, there it is. Oh, yeah. Well, exactly. There you have it. There you have it. See, proof in the pudding right there. A high value woman, guys, values a man's personality and character over his pockets. A not high value woman values a man's pockets over his personality. They got it flipped. Let me give you a good example. You ever I'm sure you guys see this, and you ever watched like certain shows where you would ask a not high value woman, a woman who's not high value, you ask her what she sees in a man, right? Or what she wants out of a man or anything of that nature. What's one of the first primary things that you hear a woman like that say? What do they say? A woman who's not high value. If you ever seen like videos and she's like trying to describe the man that she wants or the thing that she wants out of a man, what's one of the first things that she comes out of her mouth? It's always dealing with money, right? Notice it's always dealing with money. Oh, he had to have six figures. He gotta have this and that. But you'll never hear her talk about nothing else, Pat. You'll never hear her talk about his character, his personality, what she wants him to be like on that level to bring to the table. You'll never hear that. They don't even mention it. Like 5, 6 points down the line, it's always, oh, I want him to look like this. I want him to dress like this. I want him to have this kind of money. It's all physical. Right, exactly. Exactly. That a man has to earn a lot of money in order to get their attention. Correct. They always want the finished product. What's going on, Elise? Well, you're back in? I see, I see. But yeah, they always they always want a finished product. They won't even this is how you know a woman, matter of fact, let me say it like this. This is how you know a woman is not high value, by the way. And I'm sorry if I gotta be too direct. For some people who probably won't like it, but I gotta say it anyways. You know a woman is not high value when she only wants a man who is a finished product, right? She only wants a man that's a finished product, and she's not willing to grow with him before he became that finished product. If a man can't lead me to God and teach me in the scriptures and love me like Christ, I don't want it. 100, 100, 100, 100. Exactly. Big facts, big facts. Yeah. And perfect. Yeah. And that should be the mindset of every woman, to be honest. If every woman thought like that, this world would be a better place. If every woman loved to grow with their man instead of just finding someone who is a finished product that you because think about it like this. Think about it like this. Who do you think you would know better? I'm actually talking about actually get to know, like you actually know the person, right? Do you think you would know a person that you grow with more, or do you think you would know a person more who was already a finished product and then you got with them? Who do you think you would get to know more, like know better, trust more, all the above? Who do you think? Because women don't think like that. That's why I say like guys we think more logically, women think more emotionally. So this is a more of a logical point here, is and that's why I'm bringing it to the forefront because I want to be the logic person that brings it to you so you can see it. Who do you think Exactly. Right. Right. Exactly. Like when you're growing with someone, you get to learn them. You get to learn their good sides, their bad sides, the things that might tick you off, the things that might not tick you off, the things you can deal with, things you won't deal with, and you're growing with them. So that means they're probably still willing to change certain things, and you guys are going to be way happier together. Versus if you were to try to find somebody who's already well developed, he's already got his wealth, you don't even know him, so you just chasing after what he has. Once you get to him, you once again you don't know this person, so he can be any kind of actual evil person, and that's it. Like he's not going to change for you. He's definitely not going to change for you because he's already who he is. But when you grow with a man instead, he sees that you're a good one. He appreciates that you're a good one. He's less likely to mistreat you. He's less likely to leave you. You're getting the blood. So when I see a lot of women who just automatically want men who are highly developed, oh, he got to have 6 figures. I want him to have 6 figures. He got to be rich, rich. Not even a little bit, but rich, rich. Like, I'm like, bro, y'all digging yourselves a grave, and you don't even know it. For real, for real. Oh yeah, I just like comment. Yeah, we gotta do better. We gotta do better, ladies. We gotta do better. Stop prioritizing a man's pockets over his personality. All right, it's personality. POP. Personality over pockets. I'm gonna make a shirt now. Thank you. Yeah, I just had that idea. Yes, I'm gonna make a shirt. POP. And under it is gonna say personality over pockets. Yeah, I got that idea. We're running it. I'm actually gonna. I'm for real though. I'm gonna come out with shirts. Y'all finna buy them? I'm finna come out with like shirts with words on them, different words and stuff. I'm gonna get into doing that. For real, for real, for real, for real. All right, I got one more point, guys. One more point. I'm gonna let y'all go because I ain't trying to hold y'all too long. I ain't trying to hold y'all too long, even though even though I love doing this. You know what you guys, I love like, doing this, and I love the energy. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. You know, I wouldn't want to stop, but I have to have a stop point. I can't do it forever. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. No, it is I might, yeah, I might do that. I might do that. Definitely was one of my ideas. I got a few ideas. I can't wait. All right. So let's do this. Last point. Last point. The last point on what I think a high value woman is. This was definitely fun. I told y'all it was gonna be fun, right? I told y'all. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. We are on our last point, point number 8, on what I feel like a high value woman is. What is a high value woman? Point number 8. Appreciate. I see. I see. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the love. I appreciate it. This show. Get the hearts back. Get the hearts back. Yeah, you get the heart back. Smash that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that follow button. Share this with somebody if you feel like they need to hear it. Because I know, trust me, I know everybody knows somebody that they that's a that's that is a I don't want to say a hard-headed woman, someone who don't like to listen type status that needs to hear what a high value woman really is. But share this, share it with them, share it with them, share it with the folks. All right. So number 8, the last point that I have here. Oh, I seen you. Appreciate the love. Hey, big facts. Point number 8 on what I feel like a high value woman is. The last point that I have. Drum roll, please. That was like the best drum roll ever, right? Appreciate the love and support, by the way. Appreciate the love and support. Number 8 on what I feel like a high value woman is. A high value woman understands what it means to be a helpmate. I wanted to specify that one. Appreciate the love. A high value woman understands what it means to be a helpmate. I wanted to specify this one because once again, in the world, what do we see? A lot of chicken heads running around thinking that they're super self entitled, and they just think that a man is supposed to just do for them without them bringing anything to the table, without them doing anything. They don't have to do anything. I just got to sit here and look pretty, and that's it. No, that is not it. A woman who is a high value woman understands that it's more than just pretty. A high value woman understands that it's more than just pretty. That means that she knows that there's more to bring to the table than just being pretty. She comes with more qualities, maybe qualities. It could be, and by the way, I'm not talking about what you can do for me, like physical, like it doesn't even have to be about like funds and money and things like that. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about what internally, mentally, in your heart. I'll give you an example. As a woman, can you even pour life into a man? You see, that doesn't cost you any money. Can you even speak life into a man? You're like, that's a good question we all need to ask ourselves. If you can't even speak life into a man, well, let me say it like this, because a lot of times it's not that you can't. In today's society, it's more like you don't want to. It's more of you. It's kind of leaning more to you don't want to, which when you don't want to do something, it becomes you, and then that's your personality. That's how you are. That's why you see a lot of men are pulling away from even trying to date right now and things like that, because one thing that a man likes and wants in a woman is peace. A man wants peace. If you don't bring peace to the table, if you're always like looking for the next fight, if you're always looking to nag him, you only bring chaos instead of love and compassion and just chill. Like you just want to, you're not bringing peace to him. He's probably not gonna want to deal with you. To be real with you, men really and highly look at that stuff. He's not looking for a woman who's gonna overtalk him. He's looking for a woman who's gonna pour life into him. When he might be down a day, say something nice. It's so simple. It's the smallest simple things. You ain't got to overdo it. But guess what? In this world today, a lot of women don't even want to do that. A lot of women don't even want to pour life into a man. You don't even want to speak and say something nice and sweet to a man. You don't even want to do that. That's how like stubborn and stiff-headed and like in your own way that you are. A lot of women are just hard-headed like that, for real. I'm being real. And that's what a man does not want. I'm speaking for most men, for real, on this point. Men are looking for peace in his woman. If you can't even, you ain't, like I said, you ain't got to bring wealth to the table. You ain't got to bring no money, nothing like that. It ain't got to be money. Because some women think, oh man, what can I bring? I'm trying to help you understand where you can work from that will still work in your favor and give you the best benefit. Because some women obviously don't have the funds and finances, and guess what? That's okay. I'll go as far as saying a man looks for a woman who can pour into him emotionally and spiritually more than you just bring just only the money to the table. A man will be happier with someone who can pour into him. Why? Because then you guys can both grow together and you guys can make the money happen. The money's not, people make too much, the money too much of the point, of the main point, and that's where everybody go wrong at. You can always make the money happen later on. What's going on, Fox? What's going on? People focus too much on the money when the money can come through later on. But people nowadays, once again, they're too selfish, too greedy. They don't look at it like that. They look at it from, oh, I want you to come with the money up front. You need to have the money right now. I want to see you in your final product. I don't want to build with you. Hey, dang, I already like your mindset, Fox. I like your mindset already. I like that. I see you. Fox said, also, you don't need money to live. Not gonna lie. I feel you. The way life has been looking right now, honestly, in the world, a lot more people are waking up to that thought process. Actually, they're seeing that the way the world system is set up, it's set up to just work, appreciate the love, appreciate the likes. The world system is set up to basically just go to work and pay bills and die. Those are the three things that the world system is set up right now. Go to work, pay bills, and die. And what I'm really proud about with a lot of people right now in the world is a lot of people are waking up. Fox says, you may say, hey, you need money from our internet. No, you don't need internet. Hey, you need money for food. No, you can make a weapon out of wood and get, yeah, exactly. See, once again, I like that. I like your mentality. You can make things happen if you just, you can learn different tactics, different ways of making things happen. We've grown into a society where we rely too much on the government, on money, on these things. Yeah, I appreciate that thought, by the way, Fox. I like your mindset. Follow me. Hit that follow button. Follow me. One thing that I love is coming across like-minded people. I love coming across like-minded people because in a world where there's so much negativity and people who don't think like that, like I love my people. Let's put it like that. I love my peoples. And we are once again so conditioned to believe that this is life and that this is all it's gonna be, all it's ever gonna be. And I don't agree with that. Fox says it's like we are in a zone where we don't have any self-conscious to think far beyond what the government wants us to think. Uh-oh. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. You singing right now. Right. Pretty much. It's like we're in the Matrix. We are definitely in the Matrix, especially like if you look back on the past couple of years that's already passed, right? Ever since 2020, things have been coming out more. People have been trying to say like, and it's I mean I think it's always been like this, but only since 2020 it's kind of like more in your face. Like they're more in your face about it now. Right. And it gets to the point where um okay, so you ask, is it because of COVID? So okay, I like that question. I'm gonna answer it too. Okay, I want to say this. COVID, because you said, is it because of COVID, right? I want to try to rephrase that a little bit. I wouldn't say it's because of COVID, but I will say COVID was the start. It was the start to everything happening after, like everything becoming like events happening right after COVID. Yes, COVID was there. Like I know. Okay, yeah, yeah. I feel like that's what you meant. I feel like that's what you meant. See, that's what I was trying to like. Yeah, but yes, that's exactly what it is. Like ever since COVID, because COVID was like their like beginning point of like doing what they were gonna do. They were like, I guess they needed to come up with some kind of plan to it's kind of like an initiation, like to start the plan. Like, all right, boom, this is what we're gonna. This is the beginning stage. And what happened after COVID? You see, everything started going downhill. Everything. They opened up the It just went completely. It's completely left. Opening borders. You hear borders being opened after that. Um, they're trying to cause chaos. This is why I say you're my peoples. I like that statement. Fox Fox said, honestly, I kind of don't want our technology to advance. I want us to be more with nature. I've had that same thought too. That's why I feel you heavy on that. I have definitely had that same thought too. I have, because you shouldn't try to or want to break something. TikTok, YouTube and TikTok. Yeah, YouTube and TikTok. Um, like for sure. My social media is on my platform too. By the way, it's on my YouTube. I got my TikTok is on my YouTube, and my Instagram. I think either Instagram or Facebook is on my YouTube as well. The link is in the bio. When you go on my YouTube page, you'll see it underneath there, so you'll be able to find me way easier. Um, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, with technology, right? I ain't gonna lie, like the thought that I had. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like technology, I was thinking, I'm like, why try to fix what ain't broken? You know what I'm trying to say? When you try to come at it from that perspective, the mentality, like, don't try to fix what ain't broken. Nobody asked you to just try to for you to randomly come up with this idea of, oh yeah, let's create robots. Let's just create robots now and then run the worlds. We didn't say we needed help. We never time was fine a few years ago, just the way it was. It was actually way better, way beautiful. Where things were way more simple. The bills weren't expensive like crazy. The only plus side I would say is good with technology is technology on some degree, some level, can help you advance it's kind of it can kind of help you to advance you in like certain business ideas and certain business models and make things go by a little bit faster, like AI and stuff like that. Like AI can help, right? Like that's the only time I would see it as kind of okay. uh all right, good night. Just saw your message. um yeah, yeah, sweet dreams. um and pray before you lay. All right. um what was I saying? So yeah, like life, I want to say AI is like beneficial in that aspect alone, really. But other than that, yeah, we don't need anything else. We don't need these robots walking around. I seen like because people have got really close to technology. I think if they stopped going to technology, they will get bored. A lot of it, you really try. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what it is. People, their attention span is so short. They're always looking for the next buzz or something. Good night. They're looking for the next buzz, something because they like people are just so antsy. They're so fidgety. They can't sit still. Right. They're looking for the next adrenaline rush or something like that. Like just sit your tail down and relax. How about that? But people don't want to do that. That's why they allow these evil people in the world to take over and push their narratives because they don't have enough common sense to just sit down and relax. Because I'm more of a nature head myself. I like nature. I prefer nature. What man? You singing right now? Music to my ears. I've always wanted to go camping. I don't think I've ever been camping yet. I want to try it for sure one day. Maybe more than one day. Shoot, if I can make it more of a lifestyle, I will. City life is not where it's at. I'm not too big on city life. Yeah, I want to do camping too. But all right. So you said I camp in my backyard since my neighbor owns most of the wood, like right behind our house. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh man, that's real cool. That's what I'm saying. I love houses where it's like super close to like woods. That's like so beautiful to me. I feel like that's like highly underrated. It's like highly underrated. So underrated. When the house is like next to like woods, that's fire. I don't know. I like being around like woods and trees and things like that. So I like that. I like that. I feel like places like that, it's underrated. Um, yes, I'd say be careful for like certain animals. Depends on where you are. Be careful for certain animals. But other than that, it's beautiful, man. I prefer it. Hey, that's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. That's way that alone is so simple, but it's way better than like city life, just being in the city. Like exactly like coyotes, wolves, foxes, and bears. Yeah, we gotta be careful for those animals. We gotta. I mean, it's tricky. I'd say always. I almost want to go as far as saying always carry some kind of weapon with you just in case, because they attack randomly. You never know when the attack is going to happen, so always carry something on you. Pocket knife, uh, you know, get a gun, from yeah, get a gun or something like that. Like obviously, I wouldn't want to harm them. I wouldn't want to actually use it on them. I don't want people to twist it like I'm an animal killer or anything like that. I'm not. I don't like to harm animals. Um, but in that scenario, yeah, it'll be good to have that around. You gotta be safe. You gotta be safe. But let me see. So yeah, guys. My last point once again was point number 8, which was understanding what it means to be a helpmate. Uh, Fox says, I like to be alone since it's quiet and relaxing. So I think going camping, escaping the city, escaping the loud noise will feel good since lets just lets you relax. I agree, 100%. In my time where I am personally, like my mental space and everything, I mean, even a long time ago, I've always said that. I think I always said that I always wanted to like retire or just kind of like live my final days in like not so city life. Like I would prefer to be in like you know areas like that where it's like the woods, things like that, or just not so much in city kind of thing. I'm more of a nature person by nature, so I'm just here in the city. But if it were up to me, I prefer over there, and that's where I'm at right now. Like I don't know what God got in His plans. Well, that's a big one. I agree with you. I agree with that 100%. I 100% agree with that. Yep, it's my goal too. It's one of my life goals as well. Yeah. So once again, guys, appreciate the likes, appreciate the support, appreciate the love. You guys are awesome. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that follow button. Hit that subscribe button. As I have more content. Okay, so Fox, I stream every Wednesday. Just to let you know, it's every Wednesday. All right, every Wednesday around the same time. 12. Well, I know our time's probably different. My time is 12 right now. 12 daytime. So I'm not sure what that is where you are. All right, bet. I'll catch you. I'll catch you on there. And what I also do is I'll be releasing because this video is so long. Okay, okay, I see you. It's because this video is so long, I'm gonna chop it. I'm gonna chop it down in pieces, and I'm gonna share it as well. If you look at my shorts area on my YouTube, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. I like to try to break each video down in portions, so that way you can kind of, instead of watching the entire thing, you can find everything way faster and way easier. I try to make it simple and easy for everybody. I appreciate y'all for sure, for sure. I got, like I said, I got some songs coming out real soon for you guys. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I hope you guys like it. Yes, I do make music. I do make music. I'll be releasing 4 songs. I got 4 songs on the way. 4. Four, four, four. Big number 4. I got 4 songs on the way, and then I got an album coming right after that I'm working on. So your boy trying to stay busy, all right? I'm gonna try to do my best for you guys. Try to keep you guys entertained and uplifted. So we gonna do this. So yeah, like I said, hit that follow button, guys, so you can stay updated. I love you guys. I'm gonna leave it here at this point here. Um, once again, with the final point being that the woman understands that she is a helpmate. I feel you. I feel you. I'm the same. Like I'm not more. I'm not too much an electronic person. I'll rather be like more out in nature type of thing. The only time I really use my electronics is really like for reasons like this, or if I'm on YouTube, uh, learning things. Like I love to learn, like watch YouTube videos and learn certain things because YouTube will teach you a lot. I don't know if you guys know that. YouTube will teach you a lot that you can learn, whether it's like it doesn't matter. It could be different levels to it. Spiritually, there's mechanically. I play music. Oh, okay, that's what's up. What do you play? What do you play? Okay, okay. Pop rock. A okay, okay. That's what's up. Hey, you never know. Maybe one day we can collab. Make a track. Make a a track for me, and I'll write to it. You know. Okay, I like that. That's lit. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm all about that lifestyle too. Whoop, whoop. I love it. I love it. Yeah. I mean, but shoot me a follow. Shoot me a follow on my social media. My social media is on my YouTube as well. So yeah, follow me. Yeah, you'll see everything there, and then we'll keep in touch if anything. All right. Like I said, I like my people. So I like interacting with my people. I like interacting with my close people. You know, because that's how we grow. That's how we grow, guys. In connection, communication, connection. Don't listen and don't bet. I got you. Don't listen to the lies of the world where they tell you. Cause matter of fact, let me say this before I go, because I see this happening, and I want to put y'all on game. Don't listen to the lies of the world where they're trying to tell you to go to school, only like kind of like only go to school and get your degree, da da da, and then come out, and that way you'll be good and dandy. I'm not now. Let me say this too. I'm not going to discourage anybody to not go to school, but I will say this: don't let it be the idea of school is the only way to making it happen. Especially in the world right now. Let me tell you what I came across is a lot of what I see happening right now is they're even laying people off. People who have degrees and such, they're laying people off. What does that mean? That means a lot of people they went and got they did all their schooling and all that for pretty much nothing. And that's messed up. That's messed up. Like times is already rough and hard, and for people to just like be let go. I don't know if I think a lot of it has to do with like AI and technology and things like that. Homeless people don't really try life. They have not much money, but just oh man, you singing right now. You are singing right now. Hey, listen, I had that exact same thought not too long ago, maybe a few weeks back, because it's like you see homeless people, and I was kind of like thinking, I'm like, dang, like even though they're homeless, they're not going through what a lot of people are going through, trying to keep up with the bills. There's one thing of being homeless already, and and you're at peace in a sense, versus you living from paycheck to paycheck or trying to keep up with the roles of life. Like that's pretty bad too. Yeah, definitely nothing nice. But I'm being stressed from bills and food money and stuff like that sucks. It does. It does. Being stressed from bills and food money and stuff, all that. Yes, it does suck. 100%. Woo. I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. Once again, the last point was understand what it means to be a helpmate, right? So, ladies, I will leave it at that point. Understand what it means to be a helpmate. Don't just be sitting there with your hand out, expecting to take and stuff like that. And we do, by the way, Fox, bro. We do live in a. It's like a matrix. It's like a matrix. All right, all right, all right. So yeah, if you guys haven't caught this video, I'm gonna be posting it up soon. Um, Feel free to rewatch it if you haven't caught all the points. Smash that like button, hit that follow button, share with somebody that you feel like might need to see it, because I feel like some people definitely need to see it. um, and I, just hope for the best. I hope for the best for everybody. That we just get to a space where we can learn and grow. Okay, and maybe even learn from our mistakes, help someone else to not go through the same mistakes. That's the whole purpose of life. We're definitely in a cycle. And once again, guys, this video was talking about what it is to be a high value woman. What is a high value woman? The video previous to this was a high value man. If you haven't saw that one, check that one out. I have a video out of what's a high value man. I've already posted that last week. That one's already up. All right. Appreciate the love, guys. I appreciate the support. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Holla at your boiler. And you guys are awesome, all right? I'm gonna catch you guys next week, same time, Wednesday. And yeah, leave it at that. Appreciate the love and support, Fox, bro. I'm gonna chat with you soon. And everybody, God bless. Much love. Keep God first. And understand that truth will be told. All right, you guys. Much love, much love. I'll let you boil it. I'll catch y'all next time.